I met him and Darla when I was 15 years old
Oh yeah?
at a rave.
Where how'd that happen?
At a rave.
That's where I met all my closest friends, half my closest friends.
Yeah, ironically, I did an interview yesterday with a guy in DC, and he was like, "This is going to be a fun interview because in 1999 I seen you play in Minneapolis." I was like, "Oh, cool! So you've been with?" He's like, "I've been with you for 4 aliases, bro. Let's go!" Like he knew more about me than I knew about me.
I want to talk about that eye candy thing for a second because that's something that I'm really big on. And that's like music to my ears. I want it to be the full on experience. I want to be able to dress like nuts and like know that everybody else is going to be dressed nuts and that it's going to look cool. So like, can you walk me through that? Like, what could I have expected if I was at one of those shows, like visually?
Well, the first one that we threw was in Detroit, a TV lounge, and it was the funniest thing because at the time my manager's like, "I'm going to hire go-go dancers." I was like, "I don't want go-go dancers." He was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Bro, like I come from rave culture, like girls on poles, like that's cool, yeah, but that's not what I'm trying to sell. The music, right, the experience I'm selling." I go, "So if we could do something cooler than that, let's really think it through." And we sat down and we thought about it. I was like, have the girls dressed like Martians and aliens, and one girl dressed like a mushroom, and she had a mushroom hat and everything. I go, instead of like dancing sexy, go up to people and be like, yeah, and like they were like being funny and weird and theatrical. That was a hit. That actually went off super good. You know, when I brought Uriah in, it became this cool, like he added an element to it. He was like, all right, I'm buying 20-foot aliens. And he bought these crazy 20-foot fucking aliens.
30-foot mushrooms.
Yeah, and then at midnight, he took 500 2-foot aliens and threw them over the balcony. So everyone went home with a souvenir.
And, you know what I mean? And alien sunglasses. And
oh, yeah.
Where do you get 20-foot aliens and 30-foot mushrooms?
Bro, go to Amazon. You can get anything alien.
Yeah.
I get you alien jock straps.
I got cows. I got a cow getting sucked up by a UFO. It's about 20 foot tall, too. You know, and you can
get blacklight too.
I don't even know where he finds some of this shit. I'm like, man, I gotta give you props, man. I don't go that deep into Amazon.
Yeah, your blacklight budget must be insane.
And then we blacklighted, got all the alien tapestries and mushroom tapestries and covered the walls.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds fantastic.
Just trying to bring that element.
And it's an ever evolving thing because the biggest problem that this is our next meeting when we get off here, we're all going to get together and figure out a way to make props that don't get stolen from our crowd because everyone wants to take it. Yeah. So we're throwing $5,000 every time we do a party because kids want to take it.
Yeah, they're stealing our shit.
And I'm not even mad about that because honestly, they're putting it in their room and they're like, I had a fucking good time at that party. So
you know what? The other thing is other people coming to that room and seeing it, and those other people might come to the next show and steal more of your shit.
We got big giant mushrooms hanging from fishing string, the whole crowd. Like if you just Google Uriah G Aliens on Mushrooms party on YouTube, it'll pop up and you'll see a demonstration of it.
Anger, huge.
That's amazing. That's oh man, like, that's the thing. Something I think about a lot too is that back in the day, stuff like this was a lot harder. Like you mentioned, anything now on Amazon. I remember going to the parties I mentioned before. We started talking. I interviewed Steve from Moonshine. I remember going to all those shows with like the Frankie Bones and all them. They had some cool laser shows and some cool smoke, but it's like all Amazon was selling was textbooks back then. You couldn't get all that cool shit. Like if you had a smoke machine and a disco ball, you felt like you were fucking I don't know who, but like.
Yeah.
This guy's got a disco ball mushroom somewhere.
Yeah, I do. Somewhat, now that we have the label, people just show up with aliens on mushroom, anything aliens and mushrooms. We just get gifts. We were in Detroit we just brung Frankie Bones. Someone walked up here. I got you guys these little aliens on mushrooms.
Yeah, one thing I haven't told you too that I've been seeing on the road is all of a sudden alien inflatables are popping up at the parties and they're crowd surfing. Across my crowd is these like inflatable alien, like the ones we have for our party.
Right.
People will show up knowing that it's our thing and they bring it to the parties. I've even seen little alien balloons being tossed around. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm watching this video here. I want to be here. Like,
and that's exactly the point. When you see this, you want to be part of it. You go home being like, I just had a good fucking time.
This feels like a cleaner version of what I used to enjoy as a kid. Because one of the reasons that I kind of got out of it as a kid is eventually I got sick of watching 15-year-olds puke in like a trash can. To be honest with you, as like mid-20s, I'm like, this isn't my scene anymore. This feels like adults doing adult stuff in an awesome environment.
I was always both. I was a clubber and a raver. You know, my roots are raver, but I turned into a club kid as soon as we were able to play house music in clubs. It's like, okay, we don't have to hide in the shadows no more. Let's do this.
And now coming up in the fall, half the reason why I'm spending the whole summer down here right now is to game plan how we're going to make this a college party. This is going to be at every college in the country, hopefully in the fall.
It's a cool idea. Ooh, yes, I like that.
Actually, hope to throw an aliens on mushrooms.
You know what? I'm gonna throw out a selfish idea here and hope you bite on it. If you do something Tron related or in that aesthetic, I will be there with everybody.
This guy right here, bro, the one party that we did, he hired a 15-foot guy dressed in a robot suit. He's coming out and just had aliens on mushrooms in his chest. He was shooting smoke lasers at us.
That is
dope.
I felt like I was tripping. I wasn't.
He has like hidden, but you give him 2 bottles of liquor too, and he has a gun, and he shoots the gun of liquor in your mouth, and this whole robot.
Oh my god!
This is why this guy
video.
This is why this guy's my partner, because I don't think like that. He's like, I throw a sick party, so I'm like, I need someone who throws a sick party.